love her love for life.
Everybody loves their Noni. She's always a very giving person. She'll give you the shirt off her back.
But very strong to be able to deal with the things that she's had to deal with in her life.
I was born January 12th in 1930 in Saddle River Township. During the Depression, it was very sad. My dad had just built our house. We didn't even have paint on the walls. But then we took like a second mortgage on the house. My dad did not have a job. And he worked on what they call the WPA. And when he passed, he was killed actually in front of our house when I was not quite 7. My mom couldn't keep the house. We lost the house. I lived with my aunt. My sister lived with my grandmother. And my mom took a job. She would see me on one Sunday, and she would see my sister on the other Sunday when she got off. I always worked for my spending money. I would babysit and clean houses, and when the war effort was on, we would pick up cigarette wrappers from all the gutters and make them into silver balls, and then you could sell those. Oh, I married the boy on the block, Ferruccio Salvi. We took the bus to school every morning together. We were out dancing every night. And when I'd come home from this dancing to get my schoolwork done, I would just have the light on the sewing machine so my mother would know I was up so late. When I had my first child, I was 20, and I had 5 children.
She had a full-time job just raising 5 kids and, chasing each one down, doing something different,
A typical day for me was very time-consuming. I was always busy cooking, cleaning, always had dinner on the table. We all ate together, always. There was never enough time to get everything done. I would be up till 3 o'clock in the morning many, many times, almost all the time.
I was like, when do you sleep, And there were times that were difficult to get her out of bed in the morning, or wake her up.
My first husband went off to work in the morning, because we worked together hand in hand raising the children. And he said, don't get up, I heard you up during the night. I had 2 babies in diapers. He said, I fed both of them. And he never came home. Had an accident on the job. And was welding and got a shock from the electric. Yeah. He loved his children so much, especially when he finally had a little girl. She was always in the car with him. And then after he was gone, and she was only 2, she'd look at me because I was driving, and she'd say, my daddy drives. My daddy goes there.
They had to figure out why I kept asking for him. And I guess, how do you tell your 2-year-old daughter that her daddy's not coming home?
It was hard because I was very sad, and I was very angry about my circumstances because everybody else had their husband. And how I met my second husband was just like he fell down from heaven, because I never went anyplace. And the very first time I went out with my friends to the Cosmos Club, I met him there. I was ready to leave, and he said, oh, don't go. I've been trying to get up the nerve to ask you to dance all night. I never expected to have anybody else in my life. And we were married a year later.
He would come around the house quite often on Saturday mornings. I guess we were out on the porch, and I just kind of looked at him, Mr. Potato, are you gonna marry my mom? And he would say later on, I couldn't say no to you, so that's why I had to marry your mom.
It was better for my mother. She was, in a happier place. And he was a great guy. He treated everybody like his own. I wound up getting married a year after they got married.
So they would move into the house while we were on vacation and take care of the children. We were only married 8 years, and then he passed away from colon cancer. And we fought it. We went to so many doctors, and even cures like Laetrile, nobody heard of at the time. We sought that out, struggled to try to get him better.
During the, the difficult times, I saw a lot of strength in my mom.
And then I got the full-time job with Bergen County Board of Social Services. And it was a very good job. I interviewed families to put their loved ones on Medicaid. And at the same time, I was doing my college work. So I squeezed it all in somehow. I have 12 grandchildren and 8 great-grandchildren.
Family is her life. Everybody loves their Noni.
We do a lot of things together. Play games at each other's houses. We go out for dinner or for lunch. We like to see all the new movies that come out.
At her age, to mind a little 2-year-old, and have enough energy to do that, that's really great.
What makes me happy is having the good health and ambition to do all the things that I do. At the age of 86 now, my advice is be active with your family and stay in touch. And as they say, don't sweat the small things.